What's up, y'all? It's Gohan Pro Life. Just checking in. Got another video today. The last video I did was about the definitions between being pro-choice and pro-life and kind of the subcategories of each. Today is from here on out, it's probably going to be more of good arguments and bad arguments for both sides. Today, I want to talk about a bad argument from the pro-life side that gets used quite a lot. And I would say, even when it makes its point, it's making a bad point for abortion being ruled lawfully. So the bad argument is that Jesus says abortion is wrong. So whether I agree with that or not, I honestly don't think it matters for a legal argument. In the U.S., if you're trying to make an argument legally, it should not really have anything to do with religion. I know it's a little different with the founding of the U.S. The forefathers some people say that they follow I think it was Madison who wrote a paper, and in the paper he references somebody that says that the U.S. is not built off a Christian nation at all. A lot of atheists like to quote that. It's not in the Constitution anywhere. But a lot of people also kind of say, you know what, the U.S. was built off of Judeo-Christian values. Both of those are kind of two ends of the spectrum. When the Founding Fathers made the Constitution, they believed that there were certain rights that the government does not grant. They never believed that the government grants rights. They believed that humans already had rights just by the nature of being human. And they didn't believe these rights came from God, from the government, but from God. They didn't specify which God or anything like that. But they just kind of left it open, just said rights come from God, government can't grant them, they can only protect them. So that's as far as religion should play in legal conversations, just speaking about where rights came from. Other than that, I think religion should be left out of government. I don't know if you can tell, but right over here, it is a crucifix, actually. It's not just a cross. So I'm Catholic, and it's very tempting just to try to convince people based off of religious right or wrong. It's a very tempting argument for Catholics to use, because it's a very clear argument which way religion kind of lands. But I still don't think it's a good one to use. I think on one side you should have religion over here, and then on the other side should be separate from legal discussions. But that's kind of getting into the heart of this video. So a lot of people say abortion should be illegal because it goes against my religion. I'm Catholic, I'm Christian. The U.S. is a Christian nation. Keep abortion out of this country. I think that's a terrible argument. It doesn't get anywhere with people who have a different belief, and even people who do have the same belief. I don't want America to be based off of Catholicism. I don't want to be forced to go to Mass. I love to go to Mass, but if I'm forced to go to by the government, what benefit is it for me to go to Mass? If I'm forced to give charity by the government, well, what good is that? If I do it out of the goodness of my heart, that's different. But being forced to by the government is wrong. I think being forced to follow religious guidelines by the government is wrong. I think this is probably the weakest argument any pro-lifer can make. I think when you are having discussions about abortion, if you are pro-life, do your best to keep religion out of the discussion. If it gets into the discussion, it's very easy to kind of get caught in First Amendment issues. Not only that, but it's very easy to shut off the other side. When they start to hear religious arguments, which are easy to make, they kind of shut down because they're right, it should not be in the discussion. So my advice is, if you're pro-life, try to stick to science, go down that route, go down moral routes. A couple of good tricks coming up about like SLED, that's a very common one. Trot out the toddler is very common. A lot of good examples are out there, but if you're pro-life, stay away from the religious argument. It doesn't get you anywhere. At the same time, I am myself pro-life, not simply because I'm Catholic. If I became an atheist today, I would 100% be pro-life tomorrow. But I'm pro-life mostly because of just good, reasonable arguments. The only thing is, if I wasn't Catholic, I don't think I would care very much about this issue. I'll be honest, if I wasn't religious, if I was a naturalistic atheist, I would have a pretty severe senioritis effect. Don't know if you guys have been through high school yet, but your senior year of high school, after finals and AP tests, nothing really matters. You're pretty much done. You're going to the school, that's already, whatever school you're going to is already picked out. There's not much you can do to change that, so a lot of students just kind of slack off at the end and don't really care. If I was a naturalistic atheist, that's pretty much how I would be on every issue. So my view on abortion would not change. I would still think I'm not sure if I would be able to say moral or not, because I don't, if I was atheist, I wouldn't believe in morality, but I would still think it is not objectively wrong, but subjectively wrong. I just wouldn't be able to push for it being illegal. I would have a hard time getting out of bed in the morning, because in the end it doesn't matter. But I am Catholic, so I do think there is importance to life. Not that atheists don't think that, just I know if I was an atheist, I wouldn't think that. And it's it would be very tough for me to even do this video. I wonder why. But I'm not an atheist. I am Catholic, so I am trying to create good conversations, trying to straw man the other side when I get a chance, and steel man the other side when I get a chance, and point out the issues in my own viewpoints. It's tough to do that, but I think the easiest issue to point out again is this religious argument. So pro-lifers, stay away from the religious argument. It doesn't get you anywhere with atheists. It doesn't get you anywhere with, probably gets you somewhere with people who are Jewish or Muslim, since most Abrahamic religions have kind of the same basic moral systems. But still, even if it does get you somewhere, it's kind of starts to break down the First Amendment. So I would stay away from that argument. Kind of stick to logic and go from there. Anyways, just comment down below, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.